thank you for where we've been, where we've come, and where we're going now. In your name we pray. Amen. Good morning and welcome to Trinity Episcopal Cathedral. My name is Troy Mendez, and I serve here as the dean or the senior pastor of the cathedral. For about 40 years now, the Episcopal Church has been seeking the full equality on every level of the church's LGBT members. And in my 20 years as an Episcopalian, I've always seen openness. But it gives me even greater joy to see not just openness, but equality. And I want to offer a quick welcome in Spanish as well for all of our Spanish-speaking media. Bienvenidos a la Catedral de la Trinidad. Soy Troy Méndez, el pastor principal de esta congregación, y por parte de mi obispo, Kirk Smith, es un gran placer de estar con usted, con todos hoy para celebrar las decisiones de la Corte Suprema de los Estados Unidos. En los últimos 40 años, la Iglesia Episcopal siempre tenía la puerta abierta, pero ahorita me siento aún más sentimientos de alegría y también orgullo, pero también con realizaciones de igualdad de verdad. Otra vez, bienvenidos a este momento continuo en inglés. We're gathered together with many people in our community, people of faith communities, people from our business communities, and people who are interested in equality. We all gather in the name of love. For that, I'm very grateful. Love brings us together, just like any marriage or any wedding ceremony. The power of love, that relationship between two people, between any two people, the power of love reveals something new to us when we honor, bless, and celebrate a new marriage. And so in the name of this holy love, this sacred love, we stand here today honoring and celebrating the importance of marriage and the sanctity of making commitments and vows to love one another. The community of amazing people at Trinity Cathedral strives to be a place where all people, no matter who they are or whom they love, are welcomed and invited to be fully participatory in encountering the divine and growing their relationship with God in this place. As Episcopalians, we are followers of Jesus, and we're called not only to love God with all our heart, mind, and strength, but we're also called to love our neighbors as ourselves. We feel blessed to be part of this historic day and hope that we move forward together and allow for the miraculous and mysterious work of God to intertwine with our work and ministry. Those of us at Trinity Episcopal Cathedral look forward to working with all of you to ensure that each and every person in our community is valued and has the opportunity to find their talents and gifts on this beautiful journey we call life. Again, thank you for joining us here today. It is now my sincere honor to introduce Sheila Clefcorn, co-chair of Competitive Arizona and fellow champion for equality and love. Thank you.
Thank you, Troy. Good morning. My name is Sheila Clefcorn, and I am the proud co-chair of Competitive Arizona, which formally launches today. Competitive Arizona is a coalition of businesses and individuals working to grow and promote economic development in Arizona through equality and inclusion for all Arizonans, including gay and transgender people in employment, housing, and public accommodations. Just last October 17th, it was a day much like today. Arizona got marriage due to a ruling from the Ninth Circuit. It was a really incredible day for me because on that day, I had the great opportunity to marry the love of my life, Sue Weger. Today is that same kind of day for people in 13 more states. Today, with the Supreme Court decision, loving couples can marry across the United States. Sue and I had made a commitment to each other long before our government recognized our vows of commitment. But I'm proud today to say that I stand here, and I've just been overwhelmed. I've been crying since about 6. That our federal government now recognizes our relationship. It's really an amazing thing, and I have to tell you, for all those people who ask me all the time, does it feel different? Once you get married, it really does. So although I'm beyond elated to be here today to celebrate this historic day and honor marriage, I'm also here to help remind us that our movement does not end with marriage. The reality is that in 2015, a member of the gay or transgender community can still be fired in Arizona from their place of work based on who they are, not on the quality of their work product. Karen and Nelda are here today. They've been here together for 57 years, and they were keenly aware of this kind of discrimination 50 years ago. And sadly, 50 years later, it's still true. The members of our coalition, and we believe most Arizonans, agree that hardworking people, including those in the LGBT community, should be treated fairly and equally by the laws of our state. Nothing more, nothing less. Everyone deserves the opportunity to earn a living and provide for themselves and those they love, and no one should live in fear of being legally fired for reasons that have nothing to do with their job performance. Our goal is to educate Arizonans on all levels and work collaboratively together with our business community, faith leaders, and elected leadership to eventually update Arizona's non-discrimination laws. That's why we encourage people to visit comparativearizona.org and learn more, get involved, and make a difference. And now I'd like to introduce my co-chair, Angela Huey.
So I knew it was a good day when I got here, and the podium I could actually see over it. I knew we were gonna have a good press conference. So it's nice when I'm taller than the podium. My name is Angela Huey. I am the co-founder of One Community and very proud to be the co-chair of Competitive Arizona. As Sheila just mentioned, we're a broad coalition of diverse LGBT and allied organizations and representatives who know that treating people fairly and equally is not just the right thing to do, it's really good for our state. It's imperative if we want to be competitive both nationally and internationally. So for us, this is a way to unify diverse Arizonans and move this great state forward. We believe that by adopting fully inclusive laws that actually celebrate and respect and protect all Arizonans and everyone who visits here, we will not only be doing what's right and what is fair, but we will ensure that we have a very prosperous future for Arizonans for generations to come. I have totally gone off my script, and now I'm going to come back here a little bit, and I'm going to talk about how happy today is. So I am fortunate enough to have spent over 20 years with my life partner, my person, Sherry Owens, and I will tell you that while this journey has had many bumps and bruises along the way, it has been an incredible adventure and one that I am so fortunate to share. We are so very lucky to have our family together and to have been married now for nearly 7 years. We were actually married in California, then we weren't, then we were, and now we're all married for good. I think yes. When the decision came down this morning, she looked at me and said, "You're really stuck with me now." So as Sheila mentioned, it is a fantastic and wonderful and joyous celebration, and we are so very excited that in all 50 states, married couples, regardless of their sexual orientation, can be treated fairly. But we do still have work to do in this great state. Unfortunately, in 63% of the state of Arizona, it is not illegal for us to be fired, for us to be denied housing or public accommodations simply for who we are and who we love. And I know that today, with the true beginning of Competitive Arizona and the work that our very diverse coalition will do, that we will change that very soon, that we will one day very soon become a state that truly celebrates and respects and protects everyone who works and lives and plays here, because it is right, it is fair, and it is the Arizona that we want and we so richly deserve. So thank you so much. And now it is my pleasure to introduce my good friend, Stephen Zylstra from the Arizona Technology Council, who's much taller than I am.
All right, I've been waiting to do this. Yes! If you're a golfer, you know exactly what that means. Sue, you know what I'm talking about. I'm Steve Zylstra, President and CEO of the Arizona Technology Council, and I'm delighted to be here today. Today, we must take a moment to celebrate this day in history. The America I believe in is a land of opportunity and freedom, where people who work hard and meet their responsibilities have a chance to get ahead and contribute to their communities. Although this is indeed a time to rejoice, we must also realize that there is still much work to be done to make Arizona the very best place to live, to work, to play. In Arizona today, it is not illegal to fire someone who is gay or transgender. That is why I strongly believe it is imperative that we now commit ourselves to updating our non-discrimination laws to include all Arizonans. An update of our laws would help ensure all people, including those who are gay or transgender, have a fair opportunity to earn a living, meet their obligations, and provide for themselves and their families and build better lives. We should all be treated equally in the eyes of the law, and all of us should be judged on our job performance, nothing more, nothing less. At the Arizona Technology Council, we're working to help promote an Arizona that is welcoming and open to business for everyone. But the fact that you can still be legally fired, denied housing, or refused service simply for being gay or transgender is working against us every single day. We hear all the time that companies want to relocate or open new divisions in places that reflect their culture. The fact of the matter is, a majority of large technology companies have the very same LGBT inclusive non-discrimination policies that we are advocating here today. Companies want to make sure they are operating in states and cities where their employees are protected equally, both inside and outside the workplace. From a business perspective, non-discrimination is an economic growth and sustainability tool. It gives Arizona a competitive advantage and ensures we can attract the very best talent, no matter who they are and whom they love. The Arizona Technology Council is leading the way and added a statewide LBGT inclusive non-discrimination policy to our public policy agenda in both 2014 and 2015. For us, this represents a core value, and we stand here today asking others to join us and do the same. This is an opportunity for all Arizonans to get ahead of the curve and gain a competitive advantage in attracting high-wage businesses. With your help, I'm looking forward to an Arizona that is truly open for business for everyone. Thank you very much.
Good morning, and what a beautiful day it is. I'm so thrilled to be standing here on this wondrous occasion. My name is Kimber Lanning, and I'm a small business owner and longtime advocate for Arizona businesses. My organization represents the largest coalition of independently owned businesses in the nation. We have everything from mom and pops to service providers to technology companies, large and small, a wide variety of diverse businesses that have come together to push forward a day where we can celebrate equality, where we can celebrate prosperity. It's important to understand that we simply cannot have prosperity, real prosperity, unless we have true equality and inclusion that can create prosperity for all. And I'm proud to be here with you today. We've worked very hard. I'm proud to say that I was the first one to sign the Unity Pledge. We believe so strongly that the image of Arizona reflects directly in how businesses perform here in Arizona. And unless we take hold of our future and recognize that Arizona is a wonderful, joyous, diverse, and inclusive state, we will not be moving forward. And as Mr. Zylstra just pointed out, we will not be able to attract the higher wage jobs and build the wonderful communities that we all deserve and love. This day marks an important time in history, and I hope all of us take a moment to think about how hard we've worked to get here, and to think about what a wonderful time to be alive to see these transitions taking place. I thank you all so much for the hard work and dedication in getting here, and we are a better state and a better nation because of it. Thank you so much. And I'd like to welcome Rabbi Kravitz to the podium to say a few words. Thank you.
How wonderful it is that people of different backgrounds can come and sit together. Today is a special day in the United States of America. Today is a special day in the state of Arizona. We are celebrating, we are enjoying, we are recognizing the Supreme Court decision that recognizes the equality of marriage throughout our country. There are those who will say that churches will be performing marriages that they don't believe in, that ministers will be challenged to do things they don't want. That is wrong. That is not true. That is not the case. Every denomination, every church, every pastor, priest, rabbi, imam, reverend has the opportunity personally to make that decision. Equality of marriage has nothing to do with that personal decision. We are all God's children. In the Torah it says, and it's requoted in the New Testament, "Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha." Love your neighbor as yourself. What an incredible phrase for today. What an incredible way to go on into the history of the state of Arizona, knowing that we each have a responsibility to ourselves and to those who are all around us. We are not forcing anyone to believe as we do. Everyone can have their own set of values, but we are saying that in a multi-everything society, the door must be open for everyone. Non-discrimination laws need to be passed so that people who are different than me have the opportunity to live the same life that I can. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im shevet achim gam yachad also means that today is a day when we can share together. And there's another phrase that I want to share, and with this I will conclude. Yom zel Yisrael ora v'simcha. Today is a day of light and joy for all of God's children. In celebration, therefore, We will hear now the sounding of the shofar, the ancient ram's horn that brings people together from wherever they come. And may God bless us all. Amen.
Good morning. I'm Karen Bailey, and this is my legal life partner, Nelda Majors. We cannot even begin to tell you what this day means to us and to our family. 50 years ago, when we were still deep in the closet, I wasn't sure we would ever see this day in our lifetime. To stand here today with family, friends, and an entire community of support is an overwhelming feeling of joy and emotion. We made a vow 57 years ago, raised a family together, and finally today, our marriage and commitment to each other is equal in the eyes of the law. To have the highest court in the land recognize not only our love, but the love of all committed couples is truly an amazing moment in history. Today, we can celebrate that ours is a country that keeps its promise of the pursuit of happiness, liberty, and justice for all.
But while today changes so many things for LGBT people across America, one thing remains the same in Arizona. It is still legal to discriminate against us in employment, housing, and public accommodations simply because we're gay. This is not right. We have come too far on the journey towards equality to stop now. So while we celebrate our love today and rejoice with our friends and our family, we know that tomorrow we must keep pushing forward for full equality. And while at one point in my life I never, ever thought I would see this day, and to be standing here in front of all of you, I am even more hopeful now than ever that we will see full protections for LGBT people in Arizona and in our lifetime. And Karen and I personally want to thank the organizations that have made this possible. We know that it would not have happened without all of the people involved, and we're really, really grateful. Thank you.
We just want to thank all of you for being here. Today's a really great day. Many of us will be here available for continued interviews, but being here to help us celebrate is really wonderful. And there will be a get-together this evening at Cityscape at 5:30, and we invite you to continue to celebrate today. Thank you.
All right, guys, that is a wrap on that event. As I mentioned earlier, this is the story that